Exorcism explosion. Way too many demons. As a Catholic Church faces falling attendance numbers, failing financial circumstances, crisis in the priesthood and in nuns, and too many pews, not enough people. Business not a booming. Time to ratchet up the fear. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. I want to welcome you to the Gospel Truth channel. Thank you for being here. I'm trying to make you aware tonight of a situation that is a created crisis designed to scare you back into church. Ladies and gentlemen, the Catholic Church is facing very, very hard times. Probably the hardest time since they marched out following the Roman legions and establishing their dominance as the primary religious body throughout the entire world. And now that they are falling on hard times, they're doing what they always do. They're doing what works best, trying to ratchet up the fear. And Coast to Coast AM is reporting, let me show you this. Coast to Coast AM is reporting that the Vatican has increased their exorcism training, allegedly in response to an unsettling increase in demand for exorcisms. The Vatican has announced plans for a new course to better train priests to perform the practice. It's a week-long event. It's going to be held in April, and it was detailed by Benigno Paglia in an interview with Vatican Radio. He says requests from the church have skyrocketed in Italy, particularly over the past few years, with experts estimating an astounding 500,000 cases being reported. Ladies and gentlemen, I call bogus on that. There is no way in hell, pun fully intended, that church is getting a request for 500,000 exorcisms in Italy alone. Where I come from, that's called a lie. Where I come from smells a lot like desperation. The church is losing parishioners. The church is losing priests. The church is losing nuns. The church is losing credibility. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the church is losing money. And like everything else, follow the money. That's what it's all about. There is no way that they're getting requests for 500,000 exorcisms in Italy alone. It's simply not happening. As we go back to the story, the priests acknowledge that not all of these events are generally connected to an actual possession. Imagine that. Well, I'm saying that we get 500,000 requests for exorcisms, but they're not really all connected to demons. That's like saying the rapture. I'm not saying the rapture is going to happen on September 23rd, but all the signs point to it happening on September 23rd. Direct quote from L.A. Marzulli. Direct quote from Scott Clark. That's called double talk, ladies and gentlemen. That's called talking out both sides of your mouth. And that's what desperate, deluded, or demented deceivers do. Point in case. As we go back to the article, this exorcist dude says there's a jaw-dropping number of exorcisms indicated that there's some sort of sinister purge happening. We come to the crux of the matter, ladies and gentlemen. You like what I did with that? Crux, cross. They're saying that there is a supernatural, sinister surge happening. They're trying to sell you on the fact that there's a demon behind every bush. They're trying to sell you on the fact that there is a crisis of supernatural demonic activity. Now, why are they trying to sell you on this? Why are they pitching this? Why are they trying to convince you that demons are running amok? Because they want you to believe that demons are running amok. And they want you to believe that they're your only defense. And they want you to believe that because demons are coming out of the woodwork, because they're behind every bush, that you have no choice but to get yourself back into church so you can be protected by dudes in dresses, because surely they're the only ones that can cast out all these demons that are running amok. Ladies and gentlemen, demons aren't running amok, and dudes in dresses cannot help you. Now watch this. When asked what's behind the spike, he said, what's behind the spike is fortune tellers, tarot card readers, and mystics. It's Heidi Vandenberg, Jenny Moonstone, and me that are causing all the problems. And you know, he's actually telling the truth by telling a lie. He's saying that the church is in crisis, and it is. It's hemorrhaging money. It's hemorrhaging priests. It's hemorrhaging nuns. It's hemorrhaging parishioners. It's dying. So there is a crisis. And actually, the crisis is because of fortune tellers, tarot card readers, soothsayers. It's because of Heidi's and Jenny's and Jeff's that this is happening. Heidi's and Jenny's and Jeff's. Oh, my. But not because demons are exploding, but because people are learning about from fortune tellers. People are learning about from tarot readers. People are learning about from soothsayers, says Mr. What's-his-name. They're actually learning that they have not original sin, but the spark of divinity within. They're actually learning that they don't have to go to some dude in a dress to address their spiritual issues. They're actually learning that they have the spark of divinity within. They have the power within. They have true spiritual vitality and true spiritual empowerment within their own lives. Ergo, they go out of the Catholic Church. He warned that partaking in such sorcery opens a door to the devil and possession. And he's telling the truth again. Because when you practice divination, you discover your inherent divinity. You discover your inherent power. You discover you don't need dude in dresses. And it opens the door not to the devil, but to you leaving the church, which they equate with the devil. And it does lead to possession, but you possessing your own spiritual destiny. You possessing your own spiritual sovereignty. You possessing your own spiritual divinity. And of course, if you're not following dudes in dresses, then you are following the devil. And he's worried about it, so he wants to train more of these priests. By holding the new course, he hopes to strip away some of the sensationalism surrounding exorcisms and better prepare priests for the various cases they may encounter. I think he'd be better suited preparing his priests for other vocations as churches continue to close and priests continue to leave the priesthood and parishioners continue to leave the churches. Business is not a booming, so they're trying to ratchet up the fear. Understand what's happening here. Understand what's going on. Understand what's being pitched. Do not be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. We are winning. This is proof positive. You are winning. And organized religion is shaking in its proverbial boots. We are winning. They are losing. Humanity is rising up saying enough is enough. And I'd like to think that your friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower and the Gospel Truth Army are part of the Vatican's problems. And cousin, we're just getting started. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower, encouraging you to guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own guru, ask questions, question answers, and unindoctrinate yourself.